This presentation will discuss Netflix's current business model and its associated issues, before proposing a new business concept to add to its current value proposition. Then, very quickly, we will examine a technological consideration that may undermine its core functions. But quickly, who and what is Netflix? Founded in 1997, it is an American entertainment company that originally focused on video rental services and mail-order DVDs, similar to Blockbuster. However, unlike the now mostly redundant Blockbuster, they pivoted their business model in 2007, restructuring their core service around providing online video streaming services. This decision was prompted by the realization that traditional video rentals were being overtaken by online video distribution services, which offered customers a more convenient, comfortable, and affordable alternative for watching films and television programs. The foresight and success of transforming their business activities has now culminated in the multinational corporation becoming an industry leader and active in over 190 countries. To understand why improvements are needed, it is first essential to evaluate Netflix's current business model. As you can see here in key activities, they are primarily involved in providing both licensed content and their own originally produced content. This combination sits at the foundation of its value proposition and allows it to cater to a broad range of overlapping customer segments. The canvas particularly illustrates the value proposition, which provides many benefits and clearly explains the appeal to customers. This is closely linked to its focus on giving consumers more control and minimalizing the amount of direct interactions with Netflix required for using the platform. Although, whether offering these many benefits is sustainable for the business is another matter. In a way, the model appears to be profitable through its simplicity, but the reality is that there are a number of issues that threaten its sustainability. Despite the significant financial success of this business model, Netflix nevertheless faces a number of business problems that threaten its continued success and market dominance. In particular, Netflix's success has inspired a number of competitors to offer similarly priced and convenient services, which has led to Netflix relying on its original productions as its primary source of differentiation. This dependency places the company in a precarious position, whereby the commercial failure of an original production or the breakdown of a content licensing arrangement may have a severe impact on the business's sustainability. The situation is particularly concerning when considering that Netflix spent $5 billion in 2016 on developing its original productions, despite possessing an outstanding debt of $3.37 billion. It has attempted to increase its market presence by expanding to other jurisdictions, which as of 2017 sees it active in over 190 countries. However, growing its service map does not equate to equal content or popularity among all, or even the majority, of these international markets, often a combination of issues related to language barriers and limited local content. Consequently, Netflix must reevaluate its present business model canvas to enhance its value proposition and profitability in an effort to fend off mounting debt and competition. A new business concept that Netflix can explore is in-flight entertainment. According to recent research by Markets and Markets, the in-flight entertainment market will be worth $6.91 billion by 2022. While airlines make considerable profits from organizing their own in-flight entertainment, their bottom line is reduced due to the expenses associated with supplying digital devices, purchasing licensed content, and establishing a reliable and fast internet connection. These costs are further compounded by the many planes that possess seatback systems, which amounts to as much as $6 million to install and raises the plane's fuel costs as a result of the increased weight. However, by outsourcing their in-flight entertainment operations to Netflix, they will eliminate or at least reduce some of these costs. This allows the airline to focus on providing the internet connection and improving its other onboard services such as food and drink. Additionally, the deal will likely elevate their customer satisfaction levels as a result of the greater selection of online content that is made available. Thus, the process of obtaining and accessing in-flight entertainment is simplified for both the airline and its passengers, creating a more streamlined and integrated process with an easy-to-use interface that has been extensively and successfully tried and tested. Netflix profits from this arrangement through not only securing outsourcing fees from the airlines, but also by increasing its brand awareness, value proposition, and market reach. Furthermore, the intercontinental flights maintains Netflix's expansionist aspirations as individuals from a variety of countries will make use of its platform, which strengthens consumers' familiarity with its service and thus increases the likelihood of those passengers subscribing to the service in their respective countries. In implementing this service, it is recommended that Netflix focuses on establishing a reliable internet connection to its platform rather than preloading physical devices, as most flyers travel with their own smartphones, laptops, or tablets to keep entertained anyway. With this concept in mind, there are some expected changes to the business model canvas. These changes are particularly related to the value proposition, where the price will be increased to some extent due to two main factors. The first being the agreement with the airlines will see the airlines wanting to take a share of the profits, and thus the price will be expected to increase to compensate. Secondly, Netflix will want to raise the price due to the extra convenience they are providing. However, consumers may not necessarily react negatively to the more expensive price, as Netflix becoming available on flights offers notable convenience to them. In particular, current customers will have access to their media preferences and account history, which creates a more tailored experience. For example, they could continue to watch a program they were in the middle of at home. Over here in the customer segments category, the changes are less significant, as besides the addition of airlines, to here, households and corporate professionals are already established customer segments. But in applying this new business concept, there's more of a focus on them, as they represent the majority of airline passengers. Down here in the cross structure section, the fixed costs will also feature changes due to the associated costs of expanding or offering any new service will always increase the fixed costs, but this is mitigated by the additional subscriptions and pricing received through the new business concept. The main implementation considerations will be the responsibility of the airlines, as the requirement of a reliable internet infrastructure is under their purview. Although matters of customer support will be more of a joint affair, with technical support handled by the airline, while the actual Netflix platform will naturally be Netflix's responsibility. Both should also be sure that their respective servers are capable of handling the extra traffic, as lag or difficulty in accessing the media content will harm the online customer experience. Now, in turning to technological considerations, as mentioned earlier on in this presentation, Netflix will need to be constantly aware of technological changes that may disrupt its business model if it wants to avoid the fate of Blockbuster. Currently, there are not many foreseeable innovations that will significantly undermine it. However, the rise of virtual reality may be a potential threat to it in the future. It's not currently a notable danger to Netflix as it remains largely undeveloped and inaccessible. But there are rapid improvements being made to this area of technology each year, with tech giants such as Apple, Alphabet, and Microsoft heavily investing in it. If successful, which is likely, consumers will enjoy enhanced versatility and interactivity, which may undermine the current static forms of entertainment we are used to. In wrapping up this presentation, I would like to reinforce Netflix's need to implement new business activities to facilitate its growth and overall profitability. Rapidly rising competition, a debt of $3.37 billion, and the reliance on the content licensing arrangements is an unsustainable situation if not addressed. Thus, it is suggested that the company begin providing in-flight entertainment to improve its market reach and brand awareness. This is a more effective way of driving growth, as opposed to excessively overextending itself to over 190 jurisdictions without taking a more nuanced approach of properly understanding their markets beforehand. Although, regardless of where this avenue of partnering with airlines is pursued, Netflix must continue to consider new opportunities to move into, while monitoring the business's profitability, both present and future, as a whole. With new technologies constantly emerging and improving in the commercial world, such as virtual reality, constant vigilance is necessary.